Well, where to start? Because there are many things I enjoy about it. But one of the first things that comes to mind is the art meetups, which I really enjoy. I think you do them once a month, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And just coming into that space where you initially take the lead with maybe an example of something we're going to do, or you set us on the course to get creative.
Yeah.
And that just really helps me because that gets my creative juices going.
Yes.
I notice if I'm home alone, just sitting with a blank piece of paper, I don't know where to start. Well, if I can step into that space with you and other lovely women, and just get started with an art project, then I don't know, the creative realm opens up and you just tap into it, and from there it just flows.
Yeah.
So I really, really love those moments and cherish them every time they come up.
That's
So
great.
it's, yeah, it's the creativity that comes up for myself. And also it's just
Yes.
wonderful to connect while we're all being creative, to connect with other women, to hear what's going on in their businesses, in their lives, and just to see what comes up for them when they create. You know, we're all working on the similar art project at that moment, and yet the outcomes are so different. So it's just lovely, lovely to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And especially when you're on this path of being an entrepreneur and working on your own, working from home, um, it can get quite lonely sometimes because you're in your head a lot, thinking, what should my next step be? What should my next plan be? And it's just lovely to meet with a group of sort like women who are going through the same thing, maybe a little bit further down the path, maybe a little less down the path, but just to connect, get some new ideas. And I don't know, it's very motivating. It's very, very supportive of one each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
beautiful to connect with that community.
Yeah. What words would you use to describe the sessions, just off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, fun, uh, joyous, cozy comes up for me. It feels like a very warm, inviting place to step into.
Yeah.
Creative, of course, the creative juices get going.
Yes.
Um, Expansive. It's something, you know, there's no right or wrong. We just get going with our creative artwork, and it just feels very expansive once you're there. You feel like there are so many possibilities to get creative and to use that for your own business. And once I'm in the space with you and those other women, that really opens up to me. So it's a great way to get started on my day. So it's
Yeah.
first thing in the morning. I can plan it before I meet up with clients.
Yes.
And it's just a lovely way to start the day with something for myself, which is also tied to my work. So it just feels wonderful, really, really nice.
Yes.
For me, before I met you and what you do, making marketing material for my social media and for my newsletter was just a horrific task. I never knew what to choose, what colors, what kind of graphics. But after working with you, it seems like such an easy thing to do now because I know, I don't know, it's given me the confidence to really just show who I am and use what I feel is really appropriate for my brand as a visual. And so it's making my own artistic creations, digitizing them, which you've also taught me to be able to use them in my own posts and on social media. And yeah, it's just opened up a whole new world for me where marketing has become something that's actually easy and actually even fun to do because I have a whole bank of artwork now or creative work that I've come up with. And it's just so easy to now take something and I do it more on gut feeling. You know, I take a look, I've kept all my work, so I go through it in the folder I have, and whatever pulls me in or speaks to me that day, I use it and I make some kind of graphic from it. And I've also, really set myself, I don't want to take long on that whole task of making that social media post, but just getting it out there, making it quickly, and posting with an text accompanying it. And yeah, and it's just, and then you also notice the whole marketing activity. Of course, it's important to be speaking to the right people and to show something of yourself, but just to get some speed into it, or some frequency. It's not necessarily speed, but the frequency is so nice, because you just post it out there, and sometimes you see that a lot of people react, sometimes less, but it doesn't matter, because in a few days you'll be posting something else again. And that just has freed up something within me where it feels so much less stressful